Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into one of the most incredible biological machines on planet. Look at the solar-powered calculator and a houseplant side by side. So if you stick them both in a dark closet, what happens? They both shut down. Why? Because they are both fundamentally solar powered. Plants are nature's original solar panels. The core concept here is that the autotrophs take radiant energy directly from the sun and convert it into chemical energy, specifically glucose. By the end of the session, you'll be able to describe how photosynthesis serves as the primary engine driving all plant food production. So let's unlock the blueprint. Alright, let's look under the hood. The leaf architecture. The leaf isn't just flat green flap. It is a high-tech biochemical kitchen. Up top, you got a upper epidermis and the palisade, parenchyma capturing light. Down below, stomata act like a tiny trapdoors opening up for carbon dioxide, while xylem pipes transport water up from the roots inside the chloroplast. Light and chlorophyll turns 6 carbon dioxide molecules and 6 water molecules into 1 glucose, okay, and 6 oxygen molecules. So water and carbon dioxide go in, okay. Sunlight sparks reaction and glucose and oxygen come out. So let's do a quick audio check. What is the main product made? Glucose. What raw materials are needed? Carbon dioxide and water. What's the byproduct released? Oxygen. The organelles, we have the chloroplast. And the formula, glucose, of course. Picture this classic experiment. So we take 2 leaves. One is fully exposed to sunlight, and then the other one has a strip of dark tape, okay, wrapped around its middle. So if you test both for starch, which is just stored glucose, okay, so the covered section completely fails the test. So without the light, chlorophyll antennas can't energize the process. That covered middle section is literally starving. So meanwhile, stomata keeps regulating gas exchange and xylem keeps pumping water, providing the light, the indispensable key that unlocks the entire engine, okay? Zooming out to a global scale, leaves are literally Earth's living solar grid. Their broad surface areas is structurally designed to maximize the light capture, while thin cuticles allow rapid gas changes. But look what happens when human activity cuts into system. So deforestation removes our primary natural filter for atmospheric carbon dioxide. So when trees fall, carbon dioxide levels spike. Protecting forests isn't just about saving trees, it's about preserving the planetary biochemical balance that keep us breathing. Time to scale up chemistry. Think stoichiometric balancing, like scaling a baking recipe. Or base ratio. Tell us a 6 molecule of carbon dioxide yield 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen. So what if a plant consumes 18 molecules? Simple math logic. 18 divided by 6 is equals to 3, meaning the plant yields 3 molecules of glucose. And since carbon dioxide and oxygen are in a 1-to-1 ratio, or 6-to-6, consuming 18 molecules of carbon dioxide yields exactly 18 molecules of oxygen. Triple the ingredients, triple the batch. Here's the vital distinction that trips a lot of people up. Mechanical breathing is just a physical gas exchange. Inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. It's simply the delivery truck. Cellular respiration, on the other hand, is the actual chemical power plant inside your cells, converting glucose into ATP. Every living organism relies on cellular respiration to survive. Breathing just delivers the fuel for that chemical fire. Let's break down the cellular respiration formula. 1 glucose plus 6 oxygen molecules yield 6 carbon dioxide, 6 water molecules, and a whopping 36 ATP. It all happens in a mitochondrion, the powerhouse of the cell. Glucose from food and oxygen from breathing enter the organelle. Chemical bonds are broken down, releasing the water and carbon dioxide as a waste and repackaging that energy into 36 molecules of ATP, ready to power everything your body does. Let's connect this directly to your physical health. Why do you breathe harder when you run? The answer is because aerobic exercise efficiency relies on cardiovascular system. Quick review. Purpose, energy release, site, mitochondria, raw materials, glucose and oxygen. The faster they churn out ATP to keep your muscle firing. Want to see respiration happening in real time? Try the classic balloon flask experiment. Mix yeast, warm water, and sugar. in earthenware flask and seal it with a balloon. Yeast are living organisms. As they metabolize glucose to extract ATP, they release carbon dioxide gas as a byproduct. That invisible gas trapped inside rapidly inflates a balloon, giving us a clear biochemical proof of cellular respiration at work. When it comes to a cell power, your body has two gears, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic respiration requires oxygen, occurs in the mitochondria, and yields high energy, around 36 ATP per glucose. But when you sprint, your lungs can't deliver oxygen fast enough. Your cells kick into a emergency backup mode. Anaerobic respiration in the cytoplasm doesn't need oxygen, but it only yields 2 ATP, creates toxic lactic acid buildup, causing muscle fatigue. Okay, let's run the math on cellular energy payoff. The basic, we have 1 glucose plus 6 oxygen, then 6 carbon dioxide, 6 water, and 36 ATP. Imagine muscle cell fully oxidized, 5 molecules of glucose. How much energy do we get? ATP yield 5 multiplied to 36 is equals to 180 ATP molecules. Okay, for oxygen consumed, 5 times 6 equals to 30 oxygen molecules. For carbon dioxide production, 5 times 6 equals to 30 carbon dioxide molecules. Precise chemicals makes calculating cellular fuel output straightforward. Now let's bring it all together into a ultimate cycle of ecosystem balance. Imagine 2 sealed jars, jar A with oxygen and glucose, jar B with carbon dioxide and water. This demonstrates perfect interdependence between autotrophs, our producers, and heterotrophs, consumers. It's the great swap. The waste products of photosynthesis, okay, which are O2 and glucose, are the exact required fuel for cellular respiration, and vice versa. So together they form a perfect closed loop. They perform perfect closed loop life support system. Look closely at this comparison grid. Chloroplasts capture sunlight, energy to build up glucose and release oxygen. Mitochondria break down that glucose using oxygen to produce ATP, releasing carbon dioxide and water back in the system. The reactants of photosynthesis are the exact product of cellular respiration. Two master chemical equation are perfectly flipped mirror images of each other. We'll wrap up today by busting the biggest myth in biology. People think plants only do photosynthesis while other organisms like animals do respiration. So it is false. Plants don't just photosynthesize during the day. So they have mitochondria and must perform cellular respiration 24/7 to stay alive, burning the food they made. On a global scale, we rely on the planetary stoichiometric balance to survive. Protecting the forests isn't just preserving trees. It's about protecting the very breath of our planet. So thanks for tuning in, and so leave a comment, leave your violent reactions.